What's up, guys? I'm your boy on bikes. Today, I'm actually going on a trip, if you will, since, you know, I live so far out in the middle of nowhere. Pretty much anywhere for me is a trip. It literally takes me half an hour to get to anything. Like, okay, like I have a grocery store in town, like a small one. We absolutely have a Dollar General because that's an epidemic. I mean, seriously. I've gone on like through the weekend trips. Gone on weekend trips and taken every back road and tried to stay off the highway and drove through all these little tiny hole-in-the-wall towns that no one's ever heard of. And every other one there is a Dollar General. It's a thing, seriously. Like, Google it. Dollar General is like, it's gotta be like the fastest growing business in America right now. As sad as that is to imagine. But I digress. So this microphone, I'll talk about it. It was given to me by the one, the only Sean from SRKcycles.com. That guy is cool. He's got a YouTube channel. And if you're ever in like the Lancaster area, go check out his shop, buy a motorcycle from him. They're really good people. They're really easy to deal with. They are just cool guys, man. Anyway, enough fanboyism from me toward Sean from SRK Cycles and Caleb and Ben. Anyway, enough name dropping. This microphone, he gave it to me because when I first started making videos, guys, if you've seen like one of my first one or two videos, I believe both of the bike reviews that I have done and put on YouTube of 883 Iron, Girls Harley Davidson, and the Softail Slim S. I was using a crappy microphone off of like eBay that costs, you get like 5 of them for a nickel, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of garbage. Anyway, the microphone I am using now, I can't tell you the name of it. I can tell you that it came in a fancy box with a fancy pouch and an adapter for a GoPro, and Sean bought like a dozen of them. And he handed me one and said, "Here, dude, try this." I said, "No prob, I will totally try that." And I've been using it, and I don't know if it's, I don't think it's so much the mic as much as I talk very loudly, but there's a lot of clipping. There is a lot of clipping in my videos, and I'm sorry, it just kind of, I don't know, it's my style, I guess. But I'm really trying to figure out if it's like more of, I just yell really loud because I'm on a motorcycle and I'm outdoors and this bike's loud. Or if it's more, I don't think it's the microphone's fault, guys, honestly. I really don't. But I want to thank Sean for this microphone because it's definitely better than the microphone I was using before. And I'm going to have to pass this horse trailer pulling mofo. I guess I really don't. I'm doing like 50 miles an hour. Actually, I'm doing like 45. Which is fast enough on this road, guys. Like, that's probably another thing, too. If I didn't do like 60 miles an hour everywhere I went, my videos, my voice would probably be, it would probably be heard a lot easier. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart for that. You're welcome. Moving on. I want to talk about tires I don't have a lot of experience with cruiser tires, but I have used Kenda. I forget what they are. They're like definitely a budget tire. I bought them on a motorcycle already. They're like just the regular cheap Kendall. I can't even talk. The cheap Kenda tire. I'm trying not to yell because for one, it hurts my ears inside this little teeny helmet. Well, that's the other thing, guys. This microphone. Okay, so I shout for one. You already know that. I talk very loudly inside this very small, very compact Icon Armada. It's a, like, yeah. It's a small shell, guys. Like, it's very compact. It's not much bigger than my face. I can barely, you probably can't see this, but I can barely fit my fingers between my literal face and the chin section of this helmet. It's that compact. And there's vents all over the place, and it does ventilate very well. And it does flow very clean, guys. Just in case you're wondering, it's a very aerodynamic helmet, and it exhibits minimal drag as compared to a lot of other helmets that I've owned, but it's small, and I think that's doing bad things with this microphone, and I think that's why I want to get to talking like a real man. It breaks up and clips, and I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. But tires, man, tires. Yeah, the Kenda, whatever, cheap Kenda tires. Oh, they were a matching set. I ran them. They were about spanked when I got them. On the bike that they were on, which was my old Intruder, which you will see videos of in the future, it's tore apart right now. I'll probably just grab a little teaser footage of it, throw it up for you guys if you want to see it. Comment below. It had those Kendas. It had a matching set. They were pretty much spanked. I put about 2,000 miles on them, maybe 3,000 miles on them, and they were just done. And they're all right. I'm sure brand new, they're probably not as bad, but these were old and they were cut up, and they did produce some like wallowing in the corners, if you know what I mean. Some like walking of the rear end, and you kind of get that sniggity snake type of motion, which this Softail is doing a little bit right now, but I'll get to that later. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure brand new, those probably be an alright tire. I don't know how many miles were on them when I got them. I put about 3,000 on them before I changed them, because they were down to pretty much the bare wire in the rear and almost that in the front. They were all cut up and they were garbage. I suspect that they were not taken care of or underinflated or something before I got them. But what I replaced them with are the Pirelli Night Dragon. I am running tubes in mine, not on this bike, on the Suzuki. I am running tubes in mine. I've put about 5,000 miles on that particular set of tires, maybe 6. And they're wearing really nicely. They hook up very well. They have a feel that's more reminiscent of a sport bike tire. They really ride smooth all the way out to, I mean, I don't get them down on the sidewall, guys. I don't get them down on the edge, not on a cruiser. I did one time and I wiped out. I got the tire, I was riding on the edge of the tire, and you could see where it was gripping all the way around, and then I think what happened was when I threw it into the corner so hard that it slammed the suspension, and my pipes rubbed, and it basically took the weight off the front tire, and the forks decompressed, and yeah, I slid on my butt. And it wasn't bad. I got a little road rash. It was like a proper laydown, if you could call it that. But yeah, the Night Dragons are great in my opinion, and I'm running them with a tube, with Dynabeads. I'm not balancing them externally on the rim. I'm running them with Dynabeads, and I like them. This bike has Dunlop American Elites on it, a real American tire. And they're alright. I put 5,000 miles on them. They're pretty much done. I can tell you that like the wear is pretty even with them. And I'm ready to replace them. Right now, they're not such a great handling tire. I'm sure it's probably just because they're worn out. I can't attest to how they feel when they are new. But I can tell you right now, mine are probably barely on the edge of passing inspection here in good old Pennsylvania. And they're alright in the rain. They don't really hook up that great out here on the road. I mean, they're alright. They're okay. They're not amazing. They're not fantastic. I am not going to buy another set. I'm going to put another set of Night Dragons on this bike. And we'll do that video later. Until next time, this has been fun. You guys have been great. I've been your boy on bikes. Later.